This is the White Death, not the rifle, the person in the picture. He's called Simo Häyhä. Yes, it's pronounced Häyhä. And also, it's like minus 40 degrees Celsius. I'm sure Simo went brrr, but the mosin still goes. Early in his life, it was reported he was able to hit a target at 150 meters away 16 times in less than a minute. This is not a mosin. He was able to hit targets up to 400 meters with iron sights, while refusing to use scopes because they give away his position with a scope glint. And not only does iron sights give you faster target acquisition, but it also makes you a smaller target because your head is lower down closer to the rifle. This man respectfully declined to use the service rifle that was given to him and would much rather use his mosin nagant, that was his hunting rifle. With this rifle, Simo Häyhä got an impressive KD of 505-1, and those 505 are confirmed kills. Because of his lone wolf tactics, there wasn't always a high-ranking officer to confirm said kills. And the stories that I heard in the army claimed that there were at least 200 unconfirmed ones. So you could say that Simo's memento backpack was overflowing with trophies. And this is the White Death. A rifle, not a person. It might be a primitive crude weapon, but it just works in the harshest conditions of even minus 40 degrees Celsius. And out of pure respect for the man, the legend, Simo Häyhä, you should remove the scope and play with iron sights. And by the way, this man got shot in the face with an exploding bullet and lived to tell the tale. So I think the good talent would be preservation, don't you think? I think that's fitting. Here you can see the left side of his jaw is completely mutilated, but it was fixed by so and so many surgeries. And good news, everyone! I have finally assembled my tip of the spear set. The 4-piece tip of the spear gives us aggressive recon. Dealing damage with a signature weapon increases total weapon damage by 20% for 60 seconds. The 3-piece gives a passive 10%, so this is now a total 30% weapon damage, which scales extremely well with the chest talent, Perfect Headhunter. I believe this is what they call meta. To no surprise, we're going to be stacking a lot of headshot damage. All the mod slots on these items are headshot mods. Airaldi backpack gives us marksman's rifle damage with the talent Vigilance. Vigilance increases total weapon damage by 25%, taking damage disables this buff briefly for 4 seconds. Walker and Harry's chest piece called Chain Killer is an absolute killer, if you know what I mean. No, but seriously, this thing has so much damage for any marksman build. S tier. Very good. And I'll try my best to explain how this thing works. Getting headshot eliminations consistently will add damage to your Perfect Headhunter talent all the way up to 1250%. Missing a shot won't give you any penalty. Landing a body shot will reset your stacks. Gloves, knee pads and holster are all tip of the spear with, you've guessed it, headshot damage. I tried to keep that as brief as possible because I wanted to get back to the topic of Simo Häyhä, the White Death. Before everything, the White Death was known as the Taika-ampuja, which means magic shooter, because he was so goddamn good at what he was doing, which is, you know, shooting rifles and winning shooting competitions left and right with ease, flawlessly, day after day. Well, that's a bit exaggerated, but still, he's a legend standing 152 centimeters tall. What the f just happened? What? Yes, 152 centimeters. No, not his height. Didn't you see, like, the Juggernaut got killed by one bullet. How do you explain that? The simple explanation is magic. And back to the topic at hand. Not only was he a master marksman, but he was also very, very ahead of his time for preparations. Yeah, I don't know how I'm doing that. I have no clue how I did that. Are you? That was the second time. Are you done now? Great. Let's continue. So, he was extremely cautious about giving away his position. He thought about every possible outcome. Not using a scope was a choice he made because it has the scope glint. and he becomes a smaller target because he's closer to the rifle. And also there was this little thing of the scope might freeze up and you can't see anything, rendering it completely useless. That's just like a minor detail or something. This genius would freeze his sniper nest for a reason, because when you pull the trigger, there's a huge amount of force coming out of the muzzle, making a puff of snow coming up into the air and revealing his location. Just freeze your surroundings then. Problem solved. And so then there's this minor problem. If you're in minus 40 degrees and you're breathing, your breath becomes steam and it reveals your location. Well, the solution was to eat snow and ice. This would cool down his mouth and the air that he was breathing, eliminating said steam. No problem. Now, one thing more about scope glints. He used the sun to his advantage to find the opponent's scope glints. And such is the story of Simo Häyhä, the White Death. A person, not a rifle. This man could have fooled anyone, but we Finnish people, we know our reindeer, and you, sir, are no Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And so this tiny man was named the most lethal sniper in the whole galaxies of universes of Milky Ways and things and stuff. Thanks for watching.